Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's a little late this evening. I apologize. It took us a while to get back from the game. So if you're tuning in from from me being a hooligan on KCTV5, if you're one of the subscribers and waiting for that video, I appreciate you so much. And thank you for coming over. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, just stick around. We'll get to it. So yeah, just got back from the game. As you can tell, my voice is probably a little raspy. It's already 12:30, almost 12:30 here at night. So I'm trying to get this recorded and get this out because I told people on television I was going to do this. So you have to do it. So a lot of people have kind of asked me, and for the people that have commented on my first two videos, thank you guys for all of that. I really appreciate it. I realize it does still look like I'm in a prison. I want to fix that. Obviously the speech patterns, things like that, I'm trying to work on as well. That's the whole point of this channel and growing and doing this and getting out of the comfort zone. So again, I appreciate it. Now let's kind of get into it. I'm not going to get into a lot of current events or anything like that, right? Tonight I'm just going to kind of focus on why I got into this media, why I'm taking this media journey. I'm going to show that video. And if you guys are here just for the Travis Kelce to see his vehicle or whatever, you can check me out on Twitter at Levi Cyphers. It's already up there. So you don't have to sit through this video and the click through bait or all that crap. Just go ahead and check that. I already have it on that. Or Levi Cyphers on TikTok. You can look at it there with actual sound, or we're going to get to it later in this video too. I'll get it for you guys. So if you just want to stick around and see that as well, I appreciate it. So people were really asking me, why the media thing, why I'm doing this, and if you'd watched the first two videos, one, because it's something that makes me feel uncomfortable and pushes me, but also I'm very interested in this media space and kind of where everything's evolving to as we trade our attention spans and our data out there on the open market is kind of how I feel. And so that's something that's super interesting to me, and I really like the analytics behind it and the analytics behind like this YouTube channel, and that's a big reason for the media and trying to learn and grow reach and kind of understand that those kind of analytics. So tonight I had a little opportunity on TV to kind of test some of my theories and push myself a little bit more outside of the comfort zone and see some of the different medias I haven't used yet. Or social medias, whatever you want to call them, and just kind of see how things went. But first off, the game went awesome. I'm very pumped up about that. I apologize. I am a little bit tired, so I'm trying to put out a good quality video here and stay on top of things. I had an interaction with, or I hope what I think were interactions with my two favorite Chiefs, obviously Creed Humphrey and the Travis Kelce as well. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that video of Travis pulling in here. I've got that pulled up just so you guys can see that for those that just kind of came over to see that. But for those who don't know and what I was talking about a little bit, and I'll go through that clip on the news actually here before I show that video. So the reason I'm really behind the media right here before I show that video is I started this channel here just, 10 days ago, and made a goal to myself to put out one every week to kind of push myself out of the comfort zone. Well, tonight I had the opportunity to be on live television, so I was super interested to kind of see what the click-through rate would be, or conversion rate, or just maybe like an ad space would be for TV. So I got my little 5 seconds of fame and I plugged my podcast, just very interested mostly in what kind of views it would drive. So to start the day, I had I think 9 subscribers, and I have this other analytics channel up as well, and I apologize, I'm trying to just put this out, so I haven't had time to dive in as much, and I'm sure most of you probably know more of it about me, but hey, that's the point of learning and doing this. And so this other video had probably around 41 views, so it's doubled. My second video not so much. And so this is the stuff that really interests me, and what I want to kind of get into in this episode is the analytics here. So if you guys can see the different breakthroughs, it's showing your average view duration, your impressions click-through rate, your here's another view duration. So let's see, people are viewing 34% of my videos. So that means I better probably cut this off already because most people are already tuning out. But no, it's just the kind of stuff that interests me in that. So I had this opportunity, and here I'll pull up that video from this newscast. Let me see if I can do this all right. I got to bring this up to the top here. Here we go. Let me minimize myself here a little bit. and see if I can get this audio to work. All right. And I thank you for the people who sent me this as well. If you had a better version of this or recorded, send it to me, and I hope that you guys can hear this all right. So here, I'll go ahead and play this video.
Thanks very much, guys. I think the fans are excited, but I also think there is some trepidation. I think what...
Oh no, it's the video wasn't started over there. Hang on, let me try this again here. That was just a trail in. Sorry, guys. As I said, this is a learning process. So here, let me try this again.
In fact, I understand that Megan Mobley came out here and went live from your tailgate a couple of weeks ago. What happened? Yeah, she was actually here again today. That's why we had to pack up a little early. She actually ate us out of everything here. She ate everything they had, which is crazy too. And if you guys are interested in seeing which kind of car Travis Kelce drives, check out the Lazy Millennial on YouTube tonight. All right.
Oh man, sorry. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Poor newscaster guy just trying to do his job, and of course, I mean this is the lazy millennial, the millennial thing. I plug my podcast, and you can see this poor guy too. They even try to cut away from me, and I'm just like, not so fast. You got a little, I said your line, and honestly, for me, with a little bit of charisma too. So I feel like he got a pretty good use out of that line that he wanted. I don't know what even the lady that he's talking about here that I said ate all the food. I'm not even for sure. It's some joke with him and another girl at the station. So I fed the line with some good charisma. So I was like, all right, you get a little bit and enjoy that. And then he tries to cut away here. Oh no, they already cut away. Sorry. He tried to cut away right up here. Right there. He tries to cut away. I'm like, nope. He makes a mistake of giving me the mic back, and I take it and run. Yeah, so there was that video, and so you guys can kind of see, as I was talking about, the views and the subscribers that just kind of came from that. So that's just super interesting to me, and the way I want people to think about this is kind of just the ad space. So think if you are an advertiser and you're wanting to put something out there on TV. So I want with KCTV5, I want to put out an ad space. What they're looking for, this is a lot of the stuff that they look at. What are the conversion rates? What are, how many people went onto our website right after that played? So that's the kind of stuff that they're judging, these analytics that I'm showing you. Well, the reason that these sites like TikTok and these other social medias are so big, and specifically TikTok is the one I really want to talk about here, is because TikTok is just getting consumed at a rate that is so quick, and it's such a new technology. There's really not a ton of yes, there is a ton of creators, and I understand this is a very millennial thing to say because of all millennials and Gen Zs that we all want to be creators. But there's really just not enough content out there. I mean, you have majority of Americans who are consuming what I've seen on some of the data over 2 hours a day of this. So there's just a lot of consumption out there. So I'd never posted a TikTok. I had an account, and I actually had quite a few followers. Most of those are like bot accounts too. I probably had like 90 followers or something. So I took that video of Travis Kelce, kind of the one that I plugged there, saying, hey, I'll show that because it is a pretty cool video, and I'll show you guys that here right now. So I took that and used that as a little trap bait there. And apologies, I got hat hair and everything from the game. We're just working through this, getting this out today. And so anyway, so I had hat hair, and I was talking about the game. I'm getting a little tired here. So here's that video of Kelce. We'll just get right into that. Kelce coming in, and his car is sweet, of course. So let's see if I can get that to play here. And if you watch this, here's my TikTok and stuff. I've got the sound and everything behind it, but I've got Young Gravy sound on there, so I can't have it on YouTube with the copyright. But pretty awesome there too. Travis comes by, and I'm fanboying for sure. He comes up by, and as you see right there, I yell, Travis, and he kind of looks over, throws up the deuces, which was super awesome, and was even able to have like an exchange. I've worn Travis Kelce. Well, the funny part about this is I've worn Travis Kelce's jersey for the last 5 years, I think, and just end up having to get it replaced. It had been used and abused, a lot of tailgates. So I got the Creed. Creed's an Oklahoma boy, just kind of a tough-nosed guy. I like what he stands for, hard worker, young kid, 23 years old. old, out there grinding, especially early in the season. Him and Jason Kelce were kind of battling for that top center position. So just love it and everything. And where we tailgate, you kind of get to see all the players come in. So I thought it was I'm assuming what is his family, maybe even him when he comes in. They kind of are a few lanes over, so it's hard to tell sometimes, but it's a big jacked up truck. Everybody's in the back, so obviously this country boy's loving that. And they all usually had Creed jerseys on, which isn't a super popular jersey right now just because he's a young guy and he's a center. Not a lot of guys are wearing center uniforms. So they're coming in today, and I didn't see him right away, but then I seen kind of a lot of people in the back of a truck, so it sparked my interest, and I looked up, and they pointed over, so recognizing the jersey. So I don't know if that was Creed or a member of his family, or who knows, maybe just some fans coming in. But judging by their tag, players have certain tags when they come in. I'm assuming that's what it was. Well, anyway, so I'm yelling back and forth, and that whole vehicle's pumped up. So just doing my part, getting Travis pumped up to catch a couple of tutties today. Getting Creed and his family feeling good before the game. Just trying to have my impact, being a hooligan on TV. Just really getting myself out there. So that was really fun. And so then on the way home, what I did was I still interested, obviously, back to the media type of stuff. So I posted this. This is the first TikTok video that I ever posted. That's where I was going with the 90 followers. So if we're looking at that attention, like I said, in the arbitrage, I never posted. I didn't have like a big following base or anything. I did use these hashtags, and I used Young Gravy is a really popular sound right now. Well, that video already has like 800 views or more, probably like 16 likes. It says here. I don't know if this is still loading. This is on my web browser. And so just looking at that, okay, I'm getting 16 interactions here. And if you're an ad agency doing that with that TV program, and I showed you guys what would come through, obviously that's not the perfect age demographic. This isn't all, there's a lot more that goes into this, but I just want to kind of show a little bit of the numbers or get a little bit better understanding of just, I guess, some of the attention arbitrage that it's happening on TikTok. And so a lot of the big things that are happening with TikTok right now too is it's really good at what it does. It's good at holding attention. I don't know if you guys have been on it much. It's super, I guess, what you would say addictive or however. It's good at what it does, and it shows you what you like to see. There's so much to learn on there too. I kind of use it as a shortened YouTube if I'm trying to figure something out. You can just type it in. So a lot of good to come out of things like that. Now, obviously, there's a lot of negative as well right now, especially behind TikTok. TikTok in majority is owned by the Chinese government. And so right now there's a big fuss about the data that's being collected through the app and the restrictions in China versus the US. A lot of that is big discussions right now, kind of on the macro view. So the All In podcast guys were kind of talking about that. And one of the things that they were saying is probably a possible outcome is that they would like to see TikTok basically have to spin off a little bit from, I think it's BitBite maybe, I'm not exactly sure on that, and create a US basically division where all the servers and algorithms are hosted. That way they can see how the data is being pulled out of that instead of, having so much of that going over to the Chinese government. That's just something that concerns them. And so that's something that they really play up in the media right now. And if you're looking at that, every one of these social media companies is doing that. Facebook, Twitter, every one of them has been pulling that kind of data. You open up the application, it gets access to your browser, your microphone, things along those automatically to harvest data. And so that's kind of, a reason that I'm super interested in this, and the reason I got interested and mentioned Web3. I think it's some of that stuff I can help tie together in these concepts as well. But yeah, it's very interesting. So if you're looking at that, and I can just post one video and have 700 people and 16 comments already versus a media that brought over 4 subscribers, like, just think that why advertisers would much rather put a hat on Travis Kelce than try to put ad space on a TV where you're trying to capture such a small moment in time on that live TV. People aren't going back through live TV. They're going to fast forward through that and go right to the game. And then as soon as that's over, like, that's done. Like, I know that more likes aren't going to come from that. Maybe somebody DVR'd it and they're going to see that. But this TikTok, it's not done either. It can stay up there. It's probably going to grow and get sent around even more, and it's going to continue to exist out there. So if you're an advertiser, not only is it not just a one-time thing, but it's going to continue to grow. And then maybe next year, I cut this and use it as a reel on Facebook or something along those lines to drive traffic into something. And now it's driving traffic back to this one. So that advertiser's getting more used. That's why you're seeing so much money pumped into technologies like this. It's just because the attention that it's get, you put a description or you put a link in the description. It's a frictionless way to get somebody to your product and buying. It's just kind of the way media is being consumed right now, and what the customer is wanting is less friction and easier way to buy, and that's kind of providing it. So I think that's a big part of why you're seeing some of that change in media. And for me personally, just the old way of media is just so negative. It's nice to see some different styles and creators and things like that doing different things a little bit different through YouTube and TikTok, and another big reason for the media. So yeah, so that's one of the big reasons, and I talked about the analytics behind it. And just before we end here, I'll show you guys just kind of another way that I'm experimenting in this. And they always say if you're trying to grow engagement, you should comment under things that are, bigger accounts. You can kind of comment underneath them and use some of their following base and post about stuff that they're interested in if you have a fellow or interest as well, and just kind of what they would say, like harvest some of those views for your own. So what I did was I'd seen that the NFL had put out a good day to be a Kelce bro, which it's been a great year to be a Kelce bro. Those guys are killing it. Their New Heights podcast, everything. So what I did was I commented underneath of it. And what I love about what Twitter's doing right now is one of the Elon updates is this view count. You can see how many views your tweets are getting. So I put, Travis pulling up ready for business today, and I posted that video. And if you see, I got 4,000 views on that. It says 22 up here, but this is how many times it's coming across people's timelines. I'm assuming this is how many times it's being clicked on and actually watched through, where other people are just reading this and seeing it. So 2,200 there, 4,000 there. And I didn't send like that over to my YouTube channel or put anything else in there. I think what I'm going to do a little bit later is I experiment with more of this and trying to send viewership back and forth and just see like the level of engagements that I can get and what works best and experiment. I think that's what it's about, and about learning a lot of this stuff. And so I'm really interested to kind of see that. What I'm going to do is probably make another TikTok. I guess I'm going to have to do more of that and learn more about that. I'll make a new TikTok with maybe that news story and put that out there, and then maybe link it back to the Lazy Millennial, and I'll see if I can drive more viewership into the Lazy Millennial just off like my second TikTok versus an ad on public TV. Like those are the kind of things that I'm interested in. So that's pretty interesting. It's pretty good engagement. I'm going to try and wrap this up here right now. I apologize, guys. It's been a long day yelling, tomahawk chopping, Chiefs Kingdom. We're going to our 5th straight AFC championship. It's been a great day. I appreciate you guys all tuning in and letting me be a hooligan and on national television. So thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And good night. Go Chiefs. Let's go.